But once I had all that together, I just loaded up the map, and we'll just throw in static mesh of the entire world here, just like this. You can just take a look at it. And of course, when you raise it up, that's the it's like the skybox in there, but we'll just keep it lowered so we can just kind of keep track of everything a little easier. We'll just zoom in here and take a look at it. Now when you load it up just like this, it comes with the textures, but most of the time you'll just have to plug this stuff in yourself. And as you can see, just dragging it in here, it actually just looks really good naturally bringing things into the Unreal Engine. From here, I'm just going to plug in the original textures that came with the map, which are pretty low res and they look kind of crappy. But we're just going to plug them in. I'm going to show you what it looks like really quick. Alright, a good place to start explaining things and what I did with the textures, I think, is this small little life rafts here. It's a small little object, and you can see these kind of low-res graphics that just kind of came with the game here in the pictures that just came in the file pack. I'm just going to drag and drop my textures that I made. Didn't have to do much with these. You can just kind of see it's like a world of difference, like it's in a total different game now here. Just go back and forth. This is just a more simple object. Like I said, I didn't have to do much, just kind of get the image off Google and cut it down to size. And we can just do the same thing with this tire here is another good example. This texture was extremely important because it was used more than anything throughout the entire map, especially particular parts of the texture, not the whole thing on some areas. And as you can see, I just pulled images through off Google and just tried to replicate this as best as I could with some of the parts. You can see here with like the green little door and the metal and stuff. It doesn't have to be exact or anything like that, but the little door, the little windows or whatever, the window up here, and just some of like the metal paneling and everything. You just customize it the way I wanted to, as long as it looked the same. So we'll just kind of go in here in real time and do this, and I'll show you just how it looks retextured really quick. Down here, all I'm going to do is just drag and drop this texture. It doesn't replace everything, but I'll replace just a couple things in view here. And this texture alone, like I said, it covers so much in the map that it ends up just being extremely important overall. I think this is the old one. You just kind of see where this little part would represent a door, and there's other parts that are windows and just wood, and you just kind of see I did a decent job of bringing out all that small detail, bringing it to life, kind of. It's kind of cool, right? So for now, let's take one last look at this old textured Resident Evil map, and then I'll just load up my new map with everything already plugged in. Let's check it out. Here, I'm just going to go over a few things that I think are important or just things that I've learned and I want to share. And right away, you'll probably notice from my other video that I've updated the sky and kind of the atmosphere. People were commenting that it was too dark in the last video, and it kind of was. I still had some problems with some areas and things, but I wanted to keep some things dark, especially on the inside. I wanted to have it a nice atmosphere, especially with this dust in here. I just wanted it to stand out and just kind of look cool, basically. But jumping back up here to Hunk, this is just the initial starting location. If you download the map to play or anything like that, this is just the spot I've chosen. It's just going to be this one spot. In the actual game, I think there's a couple you spawn in, but this is just where I've chosen just to spawn in off the map. And same with some of the enemies here. They do spawn randomly throughout the playthrough, but just these guys I've placed in the initial start of the map, just so you have somebody to fight. So probably the most important thing that I want to talk about is the wood texture. The main wood texture that you see throughout the map, which is a combination of QUIXEL bridge textures and a lot of decal placed over it. You can kind of just see where I've gone overboard with the decal on the floor here. In fact, we can go into the editor mode. All these little scripts are a different little decal. We can go to an empty part of the map here, and you can see where I haven't put any decal in, and it's very plain, and I didn't like the way it looked. And I wanted to dirty it up a little bit. It might look weird to people, but after a while it looked kind of natural to me. And I just put enough dirt in where it just looks nasty and grimy without looking disgusting or standing out. Or just, like I said, look like where I go overboard in the entire map. We can look on some of the inside parts here too. Got a lot of grime and grit to them. And it just looks so plain without them. Like I said, each of these little scripts is a little decal that I put on there. Sometimes small things, sometimes big things. There's a lot of combinations of little rocks and pebbles that for some reason they just look good to me, and they just stood out as looking detailed and very natural to the environment. You can kind of see them out here as well. Just these little rocks, pebbles, or chips in the wood. Any little thing I could add just to basically make it look more natural or disgusting and dirty. Alright, something I had to figure out, and that was just kind of cool to learn other things with, was the ladders. It was really hard to figure out how to do the ladder animations for every single characters and not have glitches with the animations and stuff. So I didn't want to do that, it would just waste too much time. So I wanted to figure out something really basic, and what I kind of end up doing was, you can see these kind of dark platforms at the start of every ladder. What you do is you just walk over to them, and you basically just teleport to the top in a second or two. And just like that, it just takes you up to the top really quick. You really don't want to get in battles going up and down ladders, because weird shit can happen, but it was an easy fix to a hard problem that I just wanted to get over with quick. And you know what? It ended up working out really good with all the spots here. Another kind of cool thing that I had to do was figure out the illusion of water, and I've just made a little plane right here that if your bullets hit it, it'll make little splash marks, and I've just kind of customized my own little particle effects, and I'll show you here in a second. But also, if I walk into the water, I want the player to die, so what I've done is just basically Hunk just kind of fucking falls and drowns in the water. I don't know what he does in the game, but I'll show you what I've just made. I just thought that was something cool that I figured out and just put around the maps and just in the parts you can fall. But just any little detail I could make just to have fun and make it more immersive, basically. But yeah, you know, I can go on all day about this cool map that I've created and all the time and decal and ideas and thoughts and blueprinting I've put into it, but nothing speaks more than just jumping in the game and showing you, how everything actually works. So I'm going to just do one quick playthrough, and then if you're interested, I'll put a download link in the map. Considering it's just one mode in the Mercenaries game, I shouldn't have any issues of Capcom getting pissed off or anything. But anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. I sure have enjoyed this whole project. Let's just jump in here and see how everything runs. Shit, I actually went by the ladder. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Oh shit, I didn't hit the fucking chainsaw guy. Fuck it, fuck it. What the fuck? What? And that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed.